किसी एक बच्चे को ना फोकस बना देना, बार बार आपको घूम के उनको सबको एडमिट करना पड़ता है। अच्छा,
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Priyanju, I have made you. I have made you co-host. Just keep on admitting others, beta. Right?
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes. Now you all can see me, I guess, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, do. Right? Am I audible to your children?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yes. Yes. So let's begin. Yesterday we were doing the chapter. We haven't completed it yet, right? So we can share
Yes.
the screen as well.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, shall I share now?
Yes, yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we had stopped over here yesterday. Yes, shall we begin from here, children? Am I here?
Yes,
Okay, so poor devil thought the banker is asleep and probably dreaming of millions. So now on the one hand, we see the condition of the lawyer, what he has come, which stage he has reached to. He can now sit at one particular place for a longer time. But on the other hand, we can also see that the banker is thinking that, okay, this lawyer must be, very relaxed and he must be happy, okay, and he must be thinking and dreaming of getting that million, 2 millions. It will take only a moment to scare him with a pillow, and no one will suspect an unnatural death. But first, let me read what he has written here. So, what is this banker planning to do now? Because he knows that he has lost the bet, right? So, what is he planning to do now, children?
He is trying to kill him.
He is trying to kill him, right? Why he's trying to do that? What do you think? Why do you think he's trying?
Ma'am, because he know that now he has lost the bet and now he has to give him his $2
Yes.
million to the lawyer.
Yes, now he has realized that he has lost the bet, and somehow he just wants to save his money. So he's trying all his ways to save the money. All right. Now, before that, and once when he approaches to do that, what does he find over there? What was there? A note was.
Ma'am, a note was written by the lawyer.
Yes. So now he decides, okay, before doing that, let me just see what he has written. Okay, let me just read out. Let's see what the banker had written on that particular note. The banker took the sheet from the table and read, tomorrow at 12 o'clock, I shall obtain my freedom and the right to mix with people. Before I leave this room and see the sun, I think it necessary to say a few words to you on my own clear conscience and before God who sees me. I declare to you that I despise freedom, life, health, and all that your books call the blessings of the world. So, what do you think? What did the banker realize now? What do you think? What did the banker realize too after spending so many from this particular note, so many years, 15
The
years?
banker thinks that he has wasted his life. The lawyer has wasted his 15 years.
Yes, it's not just wasted. Apart from that, what did he realize? Now we wanted freedom. If we get it, we get it. Right.
And he could live a proper life after.
Right. So now it is, he actually realized the worth of, having freedom. He realized the worth of having a healthy life and a life which is, where you're interacting with people, is a blessing, isn't it? So he started valuing this. Do you think that this value was he had before he was imprisoned?
No, ma'am.
If he had, wouldn't he have accepted this bet, right? He wouldn't have accepted the bet, right? For 15 years, I have diligently studied earthly life. 1 minute. Okay. True, I saw neither the earth nor the people, but in your books I drank fragrant wine, sang songs, hunted deer in the forest. In your books I climbed the summits of Elbrus and Mont Blanc, and saw from there how the sun rose in the morning. In your books, I cast myself into bottomless abysses, worked miracles, conquered whole countries. I despise your books, despise all worldly blessings and wisdom. Everything is void, frail, visionary, and delusive as a mirage. Though you be proud and wise and beautiful, yet will death wipe you from the face of the earth. You are mad and on the wrong way. You take falsehood for truth and ugliness for beauty. I marvel at you who had battered heaven on earth to show you my contempt for that by which you live. I waive my right to the 2 millions of which I once dreamt of, and which I now despise. I shall come out from here 5 minutes before the stipulated term, and thus violate the agreement. Right? So, what is the lawyer thinking now? What do you think? Who is you over here? Who is he addressing?
Ma'am, he's addressing the banker.
Bank.
Yes, and what do you think? What is his, what conclusion did he come to after, reading, after seeing so many things?
The conclusion which the lawyer came to was that now he has to get out of this closed house 5 minutes ago to get his freedom, and because so that the agreement is cancelled and he does not want to do this.
Yes.
Ma'am, indirectly the lawyer was
Because now he realized what was important, 2 millions or his freedom and the world which he was living around, the happiness of the world. What was important?
The happiness of the world, the freedom.
Yes. So can you see both of these two people are contradicting they have a contradicting conclusion. On one hand, the lawyer is realizing how freedom is important. On the other hand, the banker is grieving because he had collected those 2 millions. He know how hard work he had to do, and somehow he is valuing the 2 millions which he had. Okay, the money. So it gives a lesson to both of us, right? If we have money, we shouldn't take harsh decisions, or we shouldn't waste money, right? And if we have freedom, we should not, make a wrong decision so that our freedom is taken away. We should not commit any sins so that we'll end up in prison, right? So if you will, in reality, if you will, go and interview the people who have, who've been released from prison, you will then realize, children, that to them, to those people, how freedom is important. We will not realize because we have never sat alone in one particular room for a longer period. Yeah. Got it, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Other students, where are they?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
I thought I'm not audible to you all. Please reply. Or have you all understood? Vivan, you were saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Thank you, everyone. Vivan, you were saying something, beta?
Ma'am, I was saying that the lawyer was indirectly blessing thanking the banker.
Thank the banker, okay? So that, because of this bet, both of them realize their mistakes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The banker put the sheet on the table, kissed the head of the strange man, and began to weep. He went out of the room, never at any other time, not even after his terrible losses on the exchange, had he felt such contempt for himself as now. Coming home, he lay down on his bed, but agitation and tears kept him awake all night. So, after reading this note, even the banker understood, what challenges the lawyer was also going through this entire 15 years of duration of 15 years. The next morning, the watchman came running to report that he had seen the prisoner climb out through the window into the garden. See, you remember, even the lawyer was thinking the same thing, that he can, minutes before his agreement was for 15 years, right? Minutes before, he could go away and he can break the agreement even now. Yes, we just read it. The next morning, the watchman came run. And yeah, so what did the watchman saw the next morning?
We saw that the prisoner and the lawyer he stepped outside of that packed house and went into the garden.
Yes, and what did he had gone to the gate and disappeared. The banker instantly went with his servants to the wing and established the escape of his prisoner. To avoid unnecessary rumors, he took the paper with the renunciation from the table and on his return locked it in his safe. Right? So he knew what was the lawyer was feeling at the present. So now when he realized that the lawyer has already left escaped the prison. So now what did he do? Immediately he went and took that note and he had written all his feelings. Clear? Have I understood to your children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. I think we have to. Okay. We are done with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you all understood the prose?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's do the question answers without wasting much time.
Ma'am, this PDF doesn't has the question answers. Ma'am, this PDF doesn't have the question answers.
We will discuss the answers. Yes, Priyanshu. Yes, Priyanshu.
Ma'am, I was just saying that this PDF doesn't has the question answer.
Priyanshu, am I audible to you?
No, ma'am, your voice is cracking and going.
Am I audible?
Ma'am, your voice.
Ma'am is telling that we can discuss the question answers.
Ma'am, he's telling that he does not have the PDF for the question answers.
Yes, 1 minute. Okay, I'm reading the question. What was the topic of discussion at the party? What do you think? What was the topic of discussion at the party?
Whether
Yes?
the topic of the party was that whether capital punishment is better than life imprisonment.
Okay. So the topic of the discussion at the party was whether life imprisonment is better or whether capital punishment is better. Now the second half of the question is, what was the host's opinion? Host is the banker. So what was the opinion of the banker, children? Yes?
His opinion was that the capital punishment was better than life imprisonment instead of losing free.
Yes. Yes. So his opinion, according to the, am I audible to you all, children?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
So according to the host, his opinion was that the capital punishment is much better than the life imprisonment, right? What the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Students, are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you repeat again?
According to the host, the capital punishment was better than life imprisonment.
Okay, ma'am.
Next is mention the remark a guest made. What was the opinion of the guest? One of the guests who was there in that particular party?
Can
Ma'am, he was
Yes, Raj.
And the opinion of the guest was that both capital punishment and life imprisonment are not are immoral, as the state does not have any right to take the life of someone, as they are not God. Ma'am, and you freeze.
There is connectivity issue. Okay, now check.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now you.
Raj, continue saying. Why did he think that state did not have a right to decide?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, the state did not have the right to take someone's life, as they are not God, and only God has the right, as the God only gives life and they can only take.
And he is the creator, right? He is the
Yes,
creator.
ma'am.
He is, and if people are be able to create.
No, ma'am.
No, right? So it is the point. So now the next question is, do you agree with this opinion?
Yes, ma'am.
Please stop. Please mute. Do you agree with this opinion?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the rest?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you think yes, you agree, what would be your justification? Why do you agree?
Ma'am, I agree because nobody has the right to kill anyone for their own purpose or for any purpose in the country, because they cannot create their life again, and they should imagine if someone kills them, then how and feel.
Okay. Was he audible to you all?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
Loud. Please loud. Yeah.
Ma'am, I agree because nobody has the right to kill anyone for any purpose or for their purpose themselves, and because they cannot create anyone's life again, and they should imagine that if someone kills them, how will they feel when they are dead?
Okay, that was Hia's point of view. Anybody else with any your justification? If you believe that both were incorrect, and if you agree with the guest's remark, other students?
Ma'am, like, just I want to give my opinion. Like, if someone has done a big crime, so we can't leave the person just like that. Like, if he has murdered someone just for his revenge, so there should be like the government should have the rights to kill him, as he because he has killed an innocent person just for his problem.
Okay, okay, fine. So the opinions will differ, okay, from student to student. Let's go on to the next question. What was the lawyer's opinion that led to the bet? See, there was a contradiction between the opinion of the banker and the lawyer. Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you will tell me what was the difference? What was the difference? Yes.
And the lawyer's opinion was that life imprisonment is better than capital punishment, ma'am. Ma'am.
Ma'am is freeze again.
He thought capital punishment is better, the host thought.
Right. Okay. Next. Children, shall I proceed further?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Who took up the bet?
What, ma'am?
Who took up the bet?
The lawyer.
The
Ma'am,
lawyer.
the 25 years old lawyer took up the bet.
Okay. What were the stakes of the bet agreed upon by the two people? What conditions were there involved in this particular bet?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, the two conditions were as follows. First, the lawyer will stay in the prison, like in a closed house, for at least 15 years, and the banker has to give around 2 millions after his imprisonment.
Correct. After he completes his 15 years of
15 years of prison.
Would you have taken up this bet if you were in this particular situation,
No,
children?
ma'am.
No.
Yes?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, no.
Fine. So according to you, whose stake was higher compared to the lawyer and the banker? According to you, it is your opinion. Who do you
The lawyers.
According to me, ma'am, the lawyer's stake is higher.
Okay.
The lawyer.
Okay, good, very good. Next question. Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Ma'am.
Am I audible, children?
Yes.
Now I'm audible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I take the next question or shall I stop here?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, no, you should begin with the next question.
Okay. Just let me know if I'm not audible to you all, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Briefly state how the lawyer developed his strength of character over the period of 15 years of confinement. So in this question, you have to give all the description of what exactly the lawyer did when he was imprisoned for the period of 15 years. And that's whatever activities he was involved in, what had happened through that, he could develop his character and strength in his character. Yes, Vivan, I could see you raising hand.
Can I answer?
Yes.
Ma'am, during the first year of imprisonment, ma'am, the lawyer suffered terribly. But day and night, the voice of piano was coming from the window, and he asked for reading the novels like stories and of crime and fantasy and comedies also. But in the second year, he didn't play piano and he only asked for classics. In the 50s, music was heard again, ma'am. He started to play the piano again, and and he asked also for wine. In the sixth year, ma'am, in the second,
Vivan, can I interrupt you?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, Vivan, you have to relate this answer to the question. The question is asking you how, briefly state how the lawyer developed his strength of character. So you also, you just don't need to give the summary of what is there in the text. You have to tell that how did he develop his strength of character over these years. You know, you already know what activities you were doing. Please relate it to his character. Got it?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So would you like to continue or should I ask other students?
15 years of confinement had taught him to sit motionless, ma'am.
Okay.
And ma'am, after learning,
Loudly.
when he started playing the piano and other musical instruments, he learned many things to play, like many instruments to play. And he was only in one room, so he learned to stay motionless for a very long period of time. And by reading the books of religion, theology, and many more stories, he understood many concepts of like.
Yes, that particular point is there in your text where it is mentioning that earlier he kept on changing the genres of the books he were reading. Am I right? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And later on, if you will see, he had stuck to only one specific genre for a longer time. And after that, if you will see the progress, he could sit at one place and read the book for a longer time, right? And sit motionless, concentrate. So what does, through that, he could get the knowledge of most of the genres and most of the cultures around. Yes?
And ma'am, maybe the patience is
Yes, he definitely developed a lot of patience. And towards the end, he realized how important freedom is. Right? How important it is to appreciate and be grateful in whatever situations you are. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I think we got this. I got
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
I should end the meeting.
Ma'am, now you got freezed a little bit.
I was audible?
Now you are audible.
Okay, I just want to ask you, have you all understood what I explained?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Priyanshu. I'll end the meeting here. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.